couple?
Che capo.
Yeah.
Down here, and then after that we are going to final stop, which is the Helmy Edge stop.
So could not just quite see the top of their tallest mountain, so we're going to
圈圈圈。
等下发给你啊。ちょっと見えるかな。
撮影はいつ行っていただいても大丈夫なんですが、フラッシュが出ないように、はい、お願いいたします。最近のスマートフォンもかなり賢いものがございます。はい、勝手にですね、暗いところだとフラッシュついてしまうものもございますので、
there against the wall. Because the corner is that wide, in the front of that, I'm painting other stuff, you know, swing curtains and other.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
No, you're